Hello and welcome. In this video segment we will work through step 5 through 7 of Tutorial 1. These steps will demonstrate how to set up the stock to be machined, center drill the 4 half-inch diameter holes, and then drill these 4 holes. On the screen is the completed geometry for Tutorial 1. To start, I'm going to display the Toolpaths Manager by selecting Alt-O on my keyboard. To extend the Toolpaths Manager, select the right bar and move it to the right. Previously, I'd set up my machine type mill as the default. I'm just going to move over now and select Screen Fit. Moving off to the left of the screen, I'm going to select the plus button in front of Properties and then move down and pick the Stock Setup. The first thing I'm going to do is set up the sizes of the stock. I'm going to move down to the Y area and input 4.25 for the Y dimension and then hit Enter. As you can see, it tabs over to the X value. I'm going to input 6.5 and then hit Enter. We move down to the Z value, the thickness. I'm going to type in 0.5 and then hit Enter. We've now tabbed over to the stock origin. My X value is going to be 3.15. I'm going to hit Enter and accept 0 for the Y and Z. Moving up to the shape area, you can see I have it set to rectangular. I'm going to move on down and put a check mark against display and also one against fit screen. I'm now going to move up to the top and select the Tool Settings tab. In the Feed Calculation area, you can see it's from Tool. Moving over into the toolpath configuration, I'm going to put a check mark against Assign Tool Number sequentially, also one against Warn of duplicate tool numbers. I'm now going to move on to the Advanced Options section and check against Override Defaults with modal values and check Clearance, Retract and the feed plane. Moving over to the right, I'm going to change the sequence start to 1 and the increments to 1. If you look at the bottom of the screen, you'll see that the material is set for aluminum inch 2024. Everything is set. I'm going to go down to the bottom and pick the OK button. I'm going to move up to the top and select the toolbar icon for isometric view, followed by Screen Fit. The red dashed lines represent the stock we've just set up. I'm going to move up now and select Top View. What we're going to do now is move on to step 6 and center drill the 4 half-inch diameter holes. I'm going to move up to the top of the screen, select Toolpaths and then drill Toolpath. You can see the prompt on the screen. Select a point. What I need to do now is select the centers of each of these holes. I'm going to start with the left hand hole at the top, and as you can see I'm about to snap to the center. I'm going to click my left mouse button to select, move over, move on down to the bottom and select the remaining holes. I'm going to move over now to the drill point selection dialog box and pick OK. I'm going to move over into the white space and select my right mouse button and then make sure View is set to Details. Moving on down to the bottom left hand corner, I'm going to hit the Select Library Tool button and move over to the right and take the check mark off of filter and review the tools available to us. At the start we have some center drills, spot drills. If I scroll down, we've got drills, taps and end mills. I'm going to move back up to the top, and what we require is a 1/2 inch diameter center drill. I'm now going to select the OK button. On the tool parameters page, tool number 1, I'm going to change the offset to 1. Moving on down to the comment section, I'm going to type in center drill 4 holes. Everything's complete on this page. I'm now going to move over to simple drill, no peck. First thing I'm going to do is turn the clearance on. It's set to absolute and the value is 2 inches. Moving on down, I'm going to put a check mark against use clearance only at the start and end of operation. My retract is in absolute, set to 0.1, that's good. Top of the stock is 0, and that's also an absolute. Depth is an absolute, and I'm going to set this to minus 0.15. Everything looks good now, so I'm going to go down to the bottom and pick the OK button. Let's move on now to step 7. We're going to drill the 4 1/2 inch diameter holes. Again, I'll select toolpaths and then drill toolpath. We're confronted with a prompt, select to point. But instead of picking each individual circle, I'm going to move over to the drill point selection dialog box and select last. MasterCam has successfully picked the last 4 points from our previous operation. I'm going to go over and select the OK button. I'm now going to select the Select Library tool and then move on over to the right and pick the Filter button. Moving over to the left, I'm now going to select the None button to disable any previous tool selections. I'm now going to move up into the tool type area and select drill. Moving over to the right in the tool diameter section, I'm going to select the drop down, and we have a series of different options here. Ignore, equal, less than, greater than, between. I'm going to keep it set to equal and leave the value at 0.5. I'm going to hit the check mark, and our 1/2 inch drill has been filtered out. I'm going to select it and then pick OK. Tool number 2, I'm going to change the offset to 2. Moving on down to the comment, I'm going to type in drill the 4 holes. I'm now going to move on to the next tab, simple drill, no peck. My clearance is set, retract is set, top of stock is set. My depth I'm going to change to minus 0.5 and hit enter, and then move over to the left and put a check mark against tip comp, and now I'm going to hit the tip comp button. As you can see, the breakthrough amount is set to 0.1. MasterCam will calculate the tip depth for me with a 0.1 breakthrough. I'm going to pick OK and then pick OK. That's the end of this video. Thanks very much for watching.